Yeah. So like in today's session, we're gonna discuss on territories. So like we will cover the topics like what is a territory, what is the purpose of using territories within the Sales Cloud application. I mean, how the business will get benefit out of it, and how do we set up territories within the Sales Cloud application. So like I will walk you through the setup as well, and we will also see finally. So by enabling the address dimension, so for an account we'll see so how the territories are getting assigned to it. Okay, so let's start with what is a territory basically. So territory is generally a geographical area, I can say. So where like a boundary kind of a thing where the salespeople will get access to it and try to work on the customers within the specified location. So that is what the territory is basically in general terms. So what is the purpose of using territories concept within the Sales Cloud? It's because based on the territories. So like if for example, let's say we're gonna use the territories at account, opportunity and lead level. For these three entities, we will be having the territories concepts. So let's take an example of for the customer level. So here the territories will basically like give additional access to the salespeople for the specified customers which are satisfying the territories conditions. I mean, conditions is nothing but the dimensions. So what happens is basically, for example, if I gonna create an account, I will be the owner, and whoever the reporting hierarchy under above me will also get access to that particular account. But here the access is getting defined in one way, but in order to give the additional way access to the account, so this territory concept is being designed so that once a territory has been assigned to a single account, whoever the territory owner or territory team members, they will get by default access to this particular account, same as the territory account team member is getting. So in the same way they will get the parent territory, or their territories will be defined based on the hierarchical way. So the parent territory and grandparent will all their team members will also get access to this particular account. Okay, this is how the territories is. So why we need to define territories for an in the cloud application. For example, let's take an business scenario. For example, a salesperson who is working in some different location has created, let's take he's working in UK. So he has created an account with the address elements like keeping India as the address elements, like India address. So the account is situated in India, back in India, but the UK salesperson created this particular customer in the Sales Cloud application. He don't know anything about the particular what is the business which is going out in India. He don't know anything about that, but he just created the particular account because this might be a customer which came from lead or campaign somewhere the source to him. So that's why he created a particular account. But ideally, end of the day, what should happen? This particular account needs to route to the particular salesperson particular sales person who is sitting back in India. So how do we route this particular account to the person sitting down in India? It is based on the territory concept. So in the territories, we will be defining. So if an account, for let's take an example, if an account is created with a geography or like with a country starting with based out of India, starting with any of the postal code or any of the state in India, so this particular territory will get assigned to the account. So once the UK person created an account with the address element giving as India, so this India account territory will get assigned to the particular account, and whoever the territory members, I mean the territory owner might be, I mean the territory team members might be, they will also get access to that particular account. So when they log in tomorrow, the people who are in India, so when they logs in tomorrow, so they automatically see this particular account in their queue, and they will start working on the particular customer. So this is how territories will work in the within the application. So let me walk you through some of the prerequisites for defining the territories. Okay, so basically, so as I told you, so territories will be having some conditions. Based on the conditions only, if the specific account satisfy that particular territory conditions, I mean the dimensions, those are called dimensions, then only that particular territory will get assigned to an account. Okay, so what so before like explaining the dimensions, I would like to show you guys how the territory screen will look like. So under sales, by default, the territories tile will get enabled. Okay, so these are the list of territories that has been defined within this particular application, but we will be having the flexibility in order to create a new territory. So by clicking on plus icon over here, like create icon over here, so we can enter the details, something like territory name or territory owner. So parent territory, first we will be giving some parent territory. As I told you, the territories will be in a hierarchical way. So it is must to select the parent territory for any of the territory which we gonna create. Okay. So here we will be giving the name for the particular territory and who will be the owner for the territory, and whether like a territory a type is basically we're gonna use prime and overlay. So basically, so we need to select prime only in most of the cases, because when we discuss the forecasting concept, so I will talk more about why we have to use only prime. Okay. So as of now, let me select only prime. Okay. And we need to enter these the account name, and we have to click on save and continue. So this demo I will walk you through once I complete about the prerequisites. Then I will come here to this particular screen and I will create a new territory and we'll go through it. Okay. So now, as of now, I'm clicking on cancel, and I would like to just open sorry, I would like to just open the one of the existing territory and see how it will be looking like in the details page. So sorry. Yeah. So here, like this is an existing territory which has been already created. I just opened that particular territory. So this is how, once we click on save and continue over there, so this particular page will open. So here, this territory number which will be automatically generated. Okay. Let us like just go through the dimensions. So if you guys notice here, so these are the list of dimensions which are there. So like these are called as a standard dimensions. Okay. So account type, business unit, customer size, these all are called standard dimensions. And this address is also one of the dimension. This is called address coverage. So where we will be giving any account which is based out of US and having the postal code like any state or any city. It doesn't matter, as it is any. So it won't look after this particular two attributes. So it only check condition for these two attributes at the account level. The country should be United States and the postal code selected should be this particular things. So any of these should be selected. Then only this one condition will match. Not only like this one condition, this address coverage needs to match, but the dimension and the other coverages which are listed out here, everything else needs to also match in order to assign this particular territory to the account. So for that account, again, the customer size should be one among these three, and no need to bother about the product and sales channel, as we are talking about more about the territories at the account level. So product and sales channel is something which will come up when we talk about the opportunity level. Okay. So this is how it will look like. Okay. So like I'm clicking on save and close. I've not edited any of these details. So let me like walk you through like what is the things which we need to configure in order to enable the address dimension. Basically, there are like there are like few dimensions which will come by default, and few are the custom auxiliary dimensions, so which we can use. Let me uh, bifurcate the differences between the auxiliary dimensions and the standard dimensions. Okay, so by default dimensions, I'm calling it as a standard dimension. Auxiliary dimensions is nothing but the custom dimensions. Okay, so the standard dimensions are something like, as we have just seen in the screen, something like customer size, organization type, sales channel, product, or something like these are called comes under the standard dimensions. So okay, so auxiliary dimensions, for example, there is one custom attribute at the account level. Okay, so based on the business requirement, we have created this, that particular custom attribute. Okay, so we want territory needs to be assigned not with respect to the standard dimensions, any of these standard fields, but we want the territory to be assigned based upon the custom fields. So in that case, we will go with the custom auxiliary dimensions. Okay, so we won't discuss much about those as of now. So I will be walking you through the how we need to enable the address dimension. So address geography, these are also like comes under one of the dimension. Okay, we will talk more about the address dimension. So why I am not talking about the geography dimension? So earlier we used to have these geography dimensions. So but address is now like Oracle is recommending to use the address dimension, comparing with the geography dimension. So what is the difference between geography dimension and the address dimension? In the geography dimension, so based upon the both of them work based on the address elements only. Address elements is nothing but country, state, city, county, province, like that. Depends upon the country, the address elements may vary. Okay, so like both of them works under the address element on work address elements only. But in geography, based on one address element only, we can have this dimension dimension can be set up. But whereas in the address dimensions, as we have just seen in the screen, there the address dimension has been enabled, where we can select based on the country, based on the state, city, and postal code. Like based on all these elements, we can have the dimension which can be defined. That is the primary difference between geography dimension and the address dimension. And in the address dimension, we will be having these ranges, where we will be giving like range from this particular postal code to this needs to be fall under this particular territory. This also is there in the geography dimension. But one of the like new thing which I founded in address dimension is the pattern matching, which I have not seen in the geography dimension. Like correct me in the comment section if I am wrong. I might be wrong also, but yeah, this is what I observed, something new in the address dimension. Okay, so pattern matching is something. So like we will be using these wildcards, right? After giving, like for example, if postal code starts with 10021, just we won't remember the complete thing. We will be giving the wildcards like percentage, right? After 10 we'll be giving percentages. So this is called the pattern matching. So which I observed, this is one thing which I observed in the address dimension, not in the geography dimension. So if you guys can notice here, these are the dimensions which has been already enabled in the application. So like currently the address dimension has been enabled. So the thing is here, if the address dimension we are using within the application, if we are using the address dimension, we cannot use the geography dimension. So that we need to be carefully think about, like before enabling, we need to be very careful and think and decide whether which dimension among them needs to be used. Okay, so as these are the dimensions, you also might notice these dimensions showing up in the dimension screen when I was opening an existing territory. So these are the dimensions. If we want to add any of the existing any of the new dimension, or like do some updates, so we need to click on edit. And here if you see the select and add is there, so we need to click on it. So if you see, geography is not being enabled. Okay, as address is enabled, and we cannot enable the geography, right? But let's try. So what system is saying us when we are trying to enable it? Okay, I'm clicking on apply. So if you see, this particular error will show up to you. So you can't enable both the address and geography dimension at the same time. You must select only one of them. Okay, it means that the address dimension is been already enabled, so you cannot use the geography. So before doing that, so we need to disable this particular address dimension, and we need to enable the geography dimension. Okay, so both the address and geographies will work on the manage geographies, but as both works under the address elements, so geography needs to be defined for both of them. But so geography, again, for geography there is an additional setup called territory geographies, which needs to be set up, but for the address dimension, no need of doing that. Okay, so directly once the geography has been set up for the country, so we'll come here to this enable dimension and metrics task, and we will be enabling the address dimension if it is not enabled. Okay, so once the address dimension has been enabled, so we have to click on save and close, and here in the actions, load and active should be there. So we need to click on load and active. So once we click on load and active now, so in the backend, some batch process will run. Once it is completed, so that particular dimension you will be able to see in the territory screen. Okay, so I think till here it is clear for you guys. Okay, so once they, let us say, like now we have enabled the address dimension. Okay, and as it is coming in the territory screen UI also, so let me create a new territory with the address dimension. So under sales, so like as I told, as I'm talking about the creating of a new territory, here we can create a territory in two different ways. Okay, so this is a there are two tiles of territories by default. Okay, so one is a classic UI and the other is a like classic UI. In the classic UI now, so how the territories will be created is, we will be we will be like we'll be creating so proposals basically. So we'll be creating the proposals. So once the proposal is created, so we'll do all the changes in the particular proposal. Okay, once the all the changes has been made, so we can activate the proposal. Once the proposal is been activated, so then only that all the territory related changes which we have made will get activated. Okay, but in this particular screen which I am showing to you guys, it is not based on the proposals. Whatever the changes we do in this particular screen will get directly reflected to the mainline, I mean the to the live application. Okay, so we need to be very careful. So when to use the proposal, I mean the classic UI, classic territory UI and this new territory UI. So it's better, so like if you want to do the territory changes right now, and you want those territory changes to be reflected after certain amount of time, so let's say something like a after 5 days, you want the changes need to be reflected immediately. So if the changes need to be reflected immediately, so you cannot start the changes right away and do it, right? So at that point of time, I would recommend you guys to do it in a proposal before only, and try to activate the proposal on time so that the changes will be reflected without any issues. Okay, so that is one thing. But in certain cases, like you need to do the changes to the territories very immediately, so which we need to, a few small changes which we need to like needs to be reflected very immediately in that time. So we can use this a new territory UI, so where the changes will be automatically reflected. Okay, so like let me create a new territory. So I will be selecting one among these as a parent territory. I will be clicking on continue. So I will be giving the name for this territory, something like territory demo. Territory demo. Okay. So Bob will be the owner for the territory. Let it be. Okay. I'm giving the territory description. So you can give any description. Okay. That's not an issue. So Okay, so now I like going to the dimensions. So here like it's United States, but I don't want whole United States account should all the United States account should fall under this territory. I want a specific postal code should be there under this particular territory. So here I am hard coding the territory. Okay, territory postal code. So postal code I'm hard coding here. So as US have 5 digits, so I'm calculating whether it is 5 or not. Okay, so it's 5. So let me click on save. Okay, so I have added the address coverage. So, okay, so now like these are the other dimension coverages which are there by default. Okay, I just want to update all these, and I would like to keep everything as any. Okay, so for this is the one, edit dimensions and coverage. So it's any for business. Let me business unit product sales channel will come when we discuss on opportunity and lead. Okay, so customer size also like I'm keeping it as any as of now. And customer type is also I'm keeping any. I would like to make everything as any. Okay, so this is also organization type. Okay, everything as any. I'm clicking on OK. So product and sales channel, no need to bother about those, as those won't be part of a account assignment at account level. Okay, sorry, territory assignment at account level. So what would be happening if I create an account today? So with these elements as any value, irrespective of the any value for these particular attributes at the account level, but the address should be United States and the postal code should be 10001. Okay, and this postal code in United States can fall under any state or any city, any state and any city. Still this postal code is selected, still this particular territory will get assigned to it, assigned to the account. Okay, let me save my changes and let me navigate to the account UI and try to create a account and see whether this territory is being assigned to it or not. So, okay. So I'm clicking on OK. Sorry, create. So ensure that the postal code is selected 10001 if I'm not wrong. So once we type the postal code, so this postal code under United States might be present in different locations, right? So I can select any one because state and city parameters are not a constraint for me for the territory, right? So just I'm selecting Manhattan here. Okay, so I'm clicking on save and continue. Okay, if you guys see here, the address has been populated. Okay, so now we will be to check territories been assigned to any account or not, we should be navigating to the teams of the account screen, account details page. Okay, so in teams we will be showing here the team members will be shown. Okay, as I am with the Sunil user, so Sunil is the default owner. Okay, so if you go to the territories, click on the drop down and go to territories. So if you see now, so the territories are not been assigned. So why the territories are not been assigned? So territories assignment will be based on the, so we need to do the run assignment based on the once we do the run assignment, then only for the specific account the territories will get assigned to it. Okay, so we can do the run assignment, or we have two profile options which we need to enable. So once those two profile options will be something like uh, SA sales account creation, territory assignment on creation, or territory assignment on updation. Two profile options will be there, something like that. So we need to enable both of them. So once we enable those two profile options, so for the entire application, so once an account is created, or once any of the dimension related attributes are been updated in the sales account, automatically territory assignment will run to the particular account in the backend automatically. So then the territories will be updated to the account. Okay, so as we have not enabled those profile options as of now in the instance, so that is not happening. Okay, let us run the territory assignment manually and see whether our territory will get assigned to it or not. Okay, so for doing the run assignment, so we need to go to the click on the actions, and we need to click on the run assignment. So if you see here, like this many territories has been assigned, so no need to worry about them. So it might be because, so whatever the conditions, the attribute values which we have selected for this account might be satisfied by a few other territories also. Okay, so generally for business only max one or two territories will get assigned to an account. Okay, so if you guys notice here, this is our account, sorry, territory which we have been created, so it got assigned to the account. Okay, so then automatically what happens, so if you guys see here, let me click on save before that. Okay, so by default uh, Sunil user will get access to this particular account. Not only along with him, Bob and his parent territory, he falls under this particular territory, right? So this territory will be under hierarchy, right? If you select, if you notice, I have selected NDA sales, something like that, as a parent territory for this territory. That parent territory owner, their team members, and their parent territory, like that entire hierarchy, parent hierarchy, will get access to the same account. Okay, so this is how like we are defining additional access to the account based on the territories. Okay, so I think I have covered so a single dimension, but enabling the other standard dimensions is also quite similar. So once we do the only thing is for the geography and address, we need to be little cautious, like we need to have the geographies, and for geographies additionally we need to have the territory geographies. But whereas for the other dimensions, like as I told you, like it might be customer size or organization type, or for these type of dimensions na, so there is no need of considering the geography as well. Okay, but generally we'll be defining the geographies as part of our initial implementation. So I think so the territory basic setup of a territory is clear based on the address dimension to you guys. If you have any doubts, comment it in the comment section, so we will go through it, and will be like try to help you out with the questions you have. Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually I would like to walk you guys through the proposal screen also, which I have talked about. Okay, as this application is quite new for me, so I have forgot the navigation. So here, this is a normal way which I have explained to you guys. Okay, so below this there is another tab. So this is a work area. So where we will be having this proposal concept, as I told. So in the proposal view over here, so every territory will be like shown in the hierarchical way. So we can consider this as a global parent of the entire territory hierarchy within the application. So under this, what are the childrens are there? If we go on expanding, we will be seeing the hierarchy under this particular node. Okay, so this is how it will be. So for doing any changes using the proposal, so we need to just click on the manage proposals. So okay, so this is the current proposals. If there are any active proposals or completed proposals, so which will be shown here. So like if any proposal is created and not been activated, so it will be displayed here in the current territory proposals. If there are any proposals which been created and activated somewhere in the past, so will be shown up here in the completed territory proposals. Okay, now let me create a new territory proposal. So I'm giving some name. Okay, so this is the activation date. Currently I'm not giving any activation date. So this date we can give on which particular date when the territory proposal need to be activated. So this is the date. Okay, I'm not giving anything. Okay, save and view. So here now like we are within the proposal. Okay, we are within the proposal. So what we need to do, so we need to do, if we need to do some changes or we need to add another child territory for the parent territory. So we need to add all those we need to like click on the particular territory. For example, so this is a global consumer sales. So this is already been there. I would like to create a new child territory under this. Okay, so already if we notice, so these are the three territories which has been already there, but I want to add another child territory. So we need to select this particular territory and we need to click on add to proposal, because so whatever the territories which we are adding to the proposal, we can only do the changes for them or the underneath children. Okay, so I'm adding this to the proposal. Okay, so as I've added these, okay, to the proposal. So here I am selecting this and clicking on create child of selected territory. And I just given it as a child territory. Okay, so I'm clicking on save and close. Okay, so if you guys notice here, so the child territory for global consumer sales has been added. Okay, so now we can click on add, or else if we want to do any coverages or territory details needs to be edited, we need to click on these particular actions over here and we can do the changes. Okay, so I'm clicking on done. My intention is to just to add the child territory to it, and okay, and show it to you guys. Okay, so once this territory has been added here, so we have not given any activation date. Okay, status will be blank as of now. So once we like do active, once we activate this particular proposal, then only whatever the changes we have done, like changes means I have added a child territory under the consumer sales, right? So that will get activated into the mainline. So before activating it, let us see let us see the changes whether those are showing it in the live application or not. So I have added child territory with the territory name child territory under global consumer sales. Okay, now in the live application I will open this particular territory and see whether child territory has been there or not. Okay, but it won't be because the proposal has not been activated. So global consumer sales. So let me search the particular territory here. So this is the one. So if you go to the child territories, if you see, so these that particular territory has not been there. Okay. So now again I will go to the proposal screen. Okay. So I will click on manage proposals. I will activate this particular proposal. Okay. Okay. So it takes some time. So status is pending for activation. So meanwhile it get activated na? So we will just open the same territory, global consumer sales, and I would like to talk about few other tabs also, as I discussed only regarding the dimension. So there are few other things like inclusion, exclusions, team members, and child territories. You guys might be aware child territories. What are the child territories which has, so see the proposal got activated. So that's why we are able to see the child territory. Okay. So whatever the child territories for this particular parent will be shown here in the child territory screen of the particular parent. Okay. So this is child territory. And what is team members? Basically the territory owners, or additionally if we want to add any of them to the territory, so that they will also get access to accounts which belongs to this territory. So we can add the team members over here by clicking on add team members. We have to search the specific user in the application, and we need to add them. So exclusions and inclusions. So these are like I can say the conditions, including condition, excluding conditions for the particular territory. So let us talk about the inclusions. Okay. So if the dimension is satisfied for the given account based on the territory dimension, if account satisfies the condition, then only the territory will get assigned. But without the dimensions, if we want specific customers to be added into the this particular territory, in that case we will use the inclusion. Okay. Inclusion is nothing but always include. You can take it as always include. Okay. Exclusion is nothing but though the conditions are satisfied, we don't want this particular territory to be assigned to the particular customer. So in that case we will manually add that particular customer over here. So over here, and we will be saving this. So though the territory condition satisfied by the customer, but this particular territory won't be added to the customer because we have excluded the customer from the specific territory. That's the reason. So I hope you understand the territory concepts. So that's all from my side. Thank you.